We came into this business knowing that we wanted two things: the best machinery and the best software CAM package. We chose Hypermill, and we've had a learning curve. The training's been excellent, I have to say. The guys who've done the training, absolutely fantastic. And what we've learned, especially with our 5-axis Mazak mill, is at the start we were limited what we could manufacture. Now we've done all the training and the 5-axis training. Basically it's limitless, and the workload the mill is now taking on is massive compared to where it was, say, 9 months ago. 9 months ago we were using it as a 3-axis mill really. Now, basically, what can't it do?
I'm Max Hull, I'm Peregrine's CAD CAM engineer. I think Hypermill is so user friendly, and the actual capabilities of it are incredible. A lot of the stuff that I've been programming, there's no way that it could be programmed on the machine, with all the collision detection and just the speed of it really is so efficient. We've got all of our tools, all of our holders modelled up, so when I'm programming on Hypermill, we call them straight up, and we can check the tools and holders for any sort of collisions on the model, as especially with 5-axis, there's the holders get very close to the material, to the vices, to the part.
And in order of importance, when you look at, you say you want the best machines and the best software, I'm sure you want the best tooling, the best work holding, the best coolants, you want all of it to get the best solution. In an order, how important is the CAM side of things?
I would say it's right at the top, the CAMware. Without the CAMware, we've got operators who are programming on the Mazak software, so the machine downtime is increased. It is extremely important, and a lot of the work that we've won new customers with, we wouldn't have won without Hypermill behind us. We've seen reduction in on-the-job run times. We've seen our toolware reduce significantly through this. And setup is still the same on the machines, but yeah, runtime is far better. Our throughput of parts has increased dramatically as well, what we can get out.
I know a lot of people think it's for more complicated 5-axis products, but it's really efficient for 2D and 3D sort of applications as well.
Improving cut time is key to every machining process, because that will make the part quicker. How does Hypermill help you do that, and is there any examples you can give?
Yeah, so probably the best example for that would be the high performance max machining. The way that the actual tool feeds away from the material, you set where your model is and where your stock is, so it knows exactly where it can rapid to and rapid from without any collisions. So it calculates that and produces the quickest tool path to allow for that, and I've noticed that it saves a lot of time in doing that. Even programs that I've used before, which have been sort of 10-minute cycle time, with some of the sort of more advanced cycles on Hypermill, I've managed to reduce them sort of 30% on quite a simple part.
Now let's talk about tool life. Everyone wants to make sure that their tools last as long as they possibly can, while still removing the most amount of material. How does Hypermill help with that?
So with the high performance cycles using trachoidal, you can use larger flute depth, which means you can even out the tool wear. So rather than using just sort of the bottom couple millimeters of the tool, which is be more of a traditional milling cycle, you can use the full flute depth and use the recommended step over, and you can really ramp up the speeds and feeds on the cutter, because it is doing a small step over, and with the high performance cycle it approaches the material in a smart way so that it reduces the impact on the cutter. So I've definitely noticed a difference in tool wear.
And what about your new installation here of the Integrex? Are you going to be utilising their modules and strategies?
Yeah, absolutely. We've used the Hypermill on our quick turn for certain features, but the Integrex and the Hypermill are sort of made for each other. So there's a lot of parts currently we're making on the mill that can now move over to the Intergrex to be made using the full 5-axis.
And you said that you wouldn't have won the business that you'd have won if you hadn't have had Hypermill. Would you be installing this machine today if you hadn't had Hypermill?
Yeah, I would have said no, we wouldn't. If we didn't have the Hypermill, we probably wouldn't need or be able to use this machine to its full ability. We'd need Hypermill for this machine.
Using Hypermill here has just transformed the way that we machine parts. It's saved us so much time. It's such a safer way of working, and it's really made a difference to our company.